Ma Huateng, universally known by his childhood nickname Pony, was born on October 29, 1971 in Chaoyang, a fishing port on Guangdong's eastern fringe. His father, Ma Chunshu, worked his way up from sailor to logistics manager, and in 1984 moved the family to Shenzhen, then an experimental special economic zone just across the border from Hong Kong. Pony's formative years were steeped in contraband electronics, Taiwanese radios, Hong Kong cassette decks, and gray market Famicom cartridges that flooded Shenzhen stalls as soon as the border loosened. Weekends he dismantled AM receivers to puzzle out how ferrite cores amplified distant signals, and by age 15 he was coding basic games on a 64 kilobyte Great Wall microcomputer borrowed from his father's port office. At Shenzhen No. 1 Middle School, he excelled in physics and earned pocket money by typing shareware programs for electronics vendors, including a lunar lander game that fit into 16 kilobytes of RAM. In 1989, he entered the first computer science cohort at Shenzhen University, a campus still patrolled by People's Liberation Army guards in the immediate aftermath of Tiananmen. Political vetting labeled him technically diligent, non-activist. He spent nights writing a custom CGA driver that forced monochrome monitors to emulate 16 colors, handy for rendering manga scans in dorm rooms. Upon graduating in 1993, Ma joined the state-backed Rinxuan Pager Company, where he wrote low-level drivers for Motorola Flex receivers and re-engineered the POXAG protocol to transmit 90-character Chinese messages, quadruple the official spec. Rinxuan sent him to the 1996 Telecom Asia Expo in Hong Kong, where he watched Mirabilis technicians demonstrate ICQ. In his notebook, he jotted two insights. Chinese pager users loved 9-digit numeric IDs, and they wanted presence rather than delayed email. Late in 1998, he quit Rinxuan with 4 friends, Zhang Jidong, Chen Yidan, Su Chainai, and Zeng Liqing, and rented a 40-square-meter apartment in Shenzhen's Haiban housing block to start Tencent with registered capital of $500,000. They cloned ICQ's architecture but replaced Latin screen names with numeric UANs and hired a contract artist to draw the now famous penguin mascot. OICQ, as they first called it, launched on February 10, 1999 and hit 1 million downloads in 90 days, overwhelming a single FreeBSD server and generating bandwidth bills far beyond their capital. Angel investor Kai Wansheng exchanged 500,000 yuan for 20% of the startup and introduced Ma to China Telecom officers who needed SMS traffic. Tencent pivoted. OICQ messages could forward to pagers at 5 fin each, earning the carriers extra revenue and paying Tencent's bills. By mid-2000, OICQ boasted 5 million active users, and China Telecom was sending 2 million yuan to Tencent every month. A trademark suit from AOL forced the name change to QQ in March 2000. The same month, PCCW and IDG invested $32 million for 40% of the company, but the NASDAQ crash soon froze ad budgets and IPO plans. Ma imposed rice porridge austerity, no hiring, no television ads, and every new feature had to earn money. Engineers shipped avatar accessories and emoji packs paid for with Q coins sold across 120,000 internet cafes. Microtransactions pushed Tencent into profit by spring 2003, one of the few Chinese portals to survive the dot-com bust. Tencent listed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange on June 16, 2004, raising about $200 million at an initial price of HK$3.70. Revenue diversity became urgent, so Ma licensed the Korean MMORPG Legend of Mir and embedded QQ friend lists inside its lobby to boost retention. The same year, he launched QZone, a social networking spin-off that soon overtook Renren by letting users stream music, blog, and decorate pages with paid Yellow Diamond subscriptions. By 2008, QZone attracted more than 500 million monthly visitors. Tenpay, built in 2005 to handle Q coins, secured a national third-party payment license in 2010 and later merged into WeChat Pay. QQ Music launched in 2005, Tencent Video in 2011, Tencent Cloud in 2013, and the company's literature and comic divisions went public as China Literature in 2017. Rather than exporting apps, Tencent accumulated equity stakes. 15% of Russia's VKontakte parent in 2009, majority control of Riot Games in 2011, and full ownership in 2015, 40% of Epic Games in 2012, 84% of Supercell for $8.6 billion in 2016, and minority positions in Tesla, Snap, Spotify, Ubisoft, Monzo, and Reddit through the 2010s. Tencent investment, staffed mainly by former Goldman analysts, averaged an internal rate of return above 30% for 15 years, cushioning regulatory shocks to gaming. WeChat emerged almost by accident. Alarmed at WhatsApp's rapid Chinese uptake in late 2010, Ma greenlit a Guangzhou skunkworks under veteran engineer Zhang Xiaoan. WeChat debuted on January 21, 2011, integrating voice clips to bypass T9 keyboards and reaching 100 million users in 14 months. WeChat Pay arrived in 2013, and the Lunar New Year Red Packet campaign of 2014 saw 20 million people send virtual envelopes in 48 hours, cementing its dominance over Alipay in peer-to-peer payments. Many programs released in 2017 turned WeChat into an operating system for daily Chinese life. By 2024, transactions inside many programs exceeded 4.4 trillion yuan. Regulatory headwinds struck in 2020. Beijing capped gaming time for minors, opened antitrust probes, and demanded data security reviews for cross-border information flows. Tencent responded by introducing facial recognition midnight patrols to lock out underage gamers, restructuring its fintech arm along bank holding lines, and pledging 100 billion yuan to common prosperity, initiatives including rural internet rollout and elder care platforms. Share price tumbled from a peak of HK$767 in early 2021 to HK$300 by October 2022, but recovered as Tencent demonstrated compliance and improved cash discipline. Tencent's AI push began with the 2016 launch of the AI Lab under scientist Yudong. The U2 Computer Vision Group won international benchmarks, and in 2023 Tencent unveiled Hunyuan, a 100 billion parameter large language model scoring 86 on the Chinese CVAL benchmark. By early 2025, more than 180,000 enterprise developers consumed Hunyuan APIs for tasks such as marketing copy, risk control, and non-player character dialogue. Tencent Cloud, meanwhile, deployed Starlake GPU instances powered by domestically fabricated DCU accelerators to navigate U.S. export restrictions. Ma Huateng's public profile remains understated. A Communist Party member since 2004, he served as a National People's Congress delegate from 2013 to 2018, but limited his interventions to broadband subsidies, cybersecurity talent visas, and open data standards. In 2016, he donated 100 million Tencent shares, valued at about $2.3 billion, to the Ma Huateng Global Foundation, which funds rare disease, sequencing programs, rural teacher cloud grants, and a 10 billion yuan AI academy in Hong Kong. He commutes by minivan to Tencent's Binhai headquarters, eats Hainan chicken rice in the staff canteen, codes C++ on a Debian ThinkPad to test new features, and leads a Tuesday night product review famous for granular interrogation down to the second decimal of daily active users. His private indulgences are mild. A rooftop observatory with a 16-inch Meade telescope, a basement IMAX room for Miyazaki marathons, and a lychee orchard near Shenzhen where he pilots DJI agricultural drones to test computer vision yield mapping. Succession questions persist. President Martin Lau oversees capital allocation. COO Run Yusin manages domestic entertainment. And Chief Scientist Zhang Tong leads AI, yet none combine Ma's product instinct with his state liaison finesse. Analysts expect Tencent to spin off its cloud fintech arm and elevate mini-program advertising to the company's second-largest revenue stream, behind gaming, while pressure from ByteDance short video and ongoing data sovereignty debates loom large. Still, Tencent's 2024 results: 609 billion yuan in revenue, 28% net margin, 179 billion yuan free cash flow, suggest the fortress of social graph, payments, and content remains resilient. Ma's genius has never been first-mover invention. It lies in relentless systems thinking, weaving messaging IDs into games, payments into chats, cloud into mini-apps, and capital into global studios. In China's technological pantheon, Jack Ma preached disruption, and Ren Zhengfei embodied hardware grit. Pony Ma represents quiet compounding, a coder's curiosity refined into an empire whose software pulses through a billion lives.